Hi YouTube, this is Amelia Rose and we're going to be making hand sanitizer today. It's going to be organic with a lot of ingredients that will not only have antibacterial properties but will also help moisturize the skin. So we're going to start off with 4 drops of herbal extract. Now the herbal extract I'm using today is going to be chaparral, and that has alcohol, water, a little bit of glycerin, and was sitting with the herb for at least 28 days. And what will happen is when you're making a tincture, they'll take out the herb, or kind of filter out the herb, and just use the alcohol that has the extracted medicinal properties of the herb. And what that will do is, in today's case, which we're using again, chaparral, the chaparral we're using, not only does it have antibacterial properties, but the alcohol will also preserve the mixture. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is for a 2-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer. If you are going to use a smaller bottle, you're going to want to cut down on how much of the ingredients that you're going to be using. Additionally, we're going to be using a argan oil, and again, argan oil is very moisturizing, so you're going to want to use that to, again, make sure your hands don't get dried out, especially since we do have alcohol in this mixture. And for that, we're going to want 16 ounces, and you can kind of 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. There we go. And then we're going to want to put in our essential oils. Now you can use a different mixture as long as whichever oils you want to use, as long as you put in anywhere from 30 to 40 drops. I'm going to be using a premixture of 4 Thieves oil. Now for those of you who aren't familiar with 4 Thieves, there's kind of a cool story behind it. During the plague in Europe, there were about 4 thieves who would rob from the dead, and since most people were dying from the plague and a lot of people could catch it, the fact that these guys could rob the dead and not get caught kind of interested the officials. So what it's believed to have happened is these 4 thieves used a combination of herbs that would be put into their handkerchiefs, and that would cover their mouth, and that's what they used to protect from the plague. Again, it's a story, kind of cool, but the good thing about the 4 Thieves oil is that it does have a bunch of different essential oils that are known for their antibacterial properties. Now, every company is going to have their own proprietary blend, but you're usually going to see something like marjoram, rosemary, myrrh, clove, tea tree, cinnamon, maybe a couple of others. Maybe take 1 or 2 of those essential oils out, but they are all going to have combined a really good antibacterial property kind of spectrum. And again, you're going to want to use 30 to 40 drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll notice that I only used about 30 drops. That's because this 4 Thieves tends to be really potent, so I don't want to overwhelm myself when I use this later. Next, we're going to be using we're going to be using a organic aloe vera gel. You can easily get a lot of these materials at something like Whole Foods, your local herb shop, or Wegmans if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, Natural Grocers, Sprouts, any of the above. So, and you're just going to want to finish filling the bottle with aloe vera gel, except this seems to be pouring out more water than anything. So you're going to want to shake the gel first and then pour it out, because you definitely want this to be a little on the thicker side, and probably not do what I just did. Now sometimes this will happen where, especially if you're using a thicker solution, that you'll find it'll kind of glump up the bottle and it won't pour out as well, or it'll kind of get stuck at the bottleneck. What you can do instead, just take a minute to stop, take the plastic spritz bottle and just kind of poke whatever is blocking it. And since it is aloe vera gel, it should kind of go through pretty quickly. And again, you're gonna wanna just fill it up. And you want to only fill it up to kind of like right about here, because once you actually put the, I would recommend a oil pump. Once you put the oil pump in, that's going to take some room within the bottle. And you want to make sure that you don't overflow, kind of like what I've been doing. And we're done. So just all you have to do is shake it up. And again, that's also why you want to leave some room at the top, so you can shake it up. And you're all set. So, and as you can see, it goes easily on the hands, and it's something that you can toss in your bag, your backpack, your purse, whatever, and smells great. So hope this helps. I will provide some links below as to some studies that show some of the antibacterial properties of not only some essential oils, but also some of the properties of the tinctures, or at least where you can find maybe some books that will have a little more information on antibacterial properties of certain herbal extracts. So until next week, thanks and see ya.